I have to admit that I haven't really written an instrumental song in 6 years. And I think that has been a little bit problematic. The thing was that I wrote the album Isolation, which was kind of like a hybrid version of writing an album. There was like almost half of the songs were written with lyrics and like vocal melodies, and then the other half was then instrumentals. But after that, I felt the urge and need to start writing vocal songs with a focus on actually writing lyrics. And since the spring of 2019, I haven't really written instrumentals. And I think now, after living abroad for 6 years and then moving back to Finland, I started to feel like the need for getting back to my roots as a guitar player and musician and artist. So that really motivated me to get more into writing instrumental music and kind of like figuring out what I am as an artist as well. So once I moved back to Finland, I had this little song idea in my mind that felt like a really good idea as well. And I think I recorded like the guitar part and a little keyboard melody or keyboard part, and it felt like a really good idea, a catchy chorus, but I didn't know how to use it. And here's how it went. That felt like a hopeful song idea, and I had the inspiration to actually finish the song, but I didn't really know how until like this spring, once I started to really put more focus on finishing the material that I wrote after releasing the EP Fight Against the World, which was like the COVID-19 era EP. And since then I had a lot of song ideas, but I haven't really have the strength or a driving force to finish that music towards releasing because of the life I was living back then. But now, once getting back to Finland and getting more into being a full-time musician, I felt that now I got the missing pieces towards like finishing this puzzle that is the EP, or it's actually going to be an album. I have the concept for it, but I felt like this hopeful song could be more about the return to Finland and back to getting into my roots as a guitar player, and something like using some kind of approaches I used once I wrote my first album and those first songs. But I have to admit that getting back into writing this instrumental song, I've been working on this new instrumental piece for about a week now, and I think I'm still feeling like, do I have it, what it takes to release or finish this song that is not having like a vocal lines and lyrics that helps the listener to get the idea what this song is about. But like, is this going to work? That's like my biggest fear for this song. And also like the current like requirement towards the song. The current state of instrumental music is in a really high level, so that's why I'm still like thinking like, do I have to be like in a technically complicated world with the music, or emotionally deep, or having like a cinematic feel with the music? But I feel with this song it's going to be more about the emotional connection to the song, and just talking about the song makes me feel a little bit more emotional as well. So I know I'm really into something with writing this song. So when it comes down to writing an instrumental piece instead of like a song that is going to be having a vocal lines and lyrics, I think the same concepts work in a way. Like the structure as well, it can work really well, like A, B, C, B, and then maybe outro. Also, this gives more the freedom to do whatever I want with the instrument. And I feel that the instrument is kind of like my singing voice as well. But I just have to figure out how to do the phrasing and tell the story with the instrument. So I have to really pay more attention to the dynamics, because when it's a song that is going to be sung by a singer, the lyrics can help a lot to create these dynamics and tell the story. Now I have the instrument that is supposed to do it, so I think things go a little bit more complicated, because I don't want to just create a song that is going to be like me improvising over a backing track. It needs to be a story that I want to tell in form of this instrumental piece. So again, like I have to really pay attention the rhythm guitar side and also like the harmonies and stuff like that. But I think the similarities are still the same. Like if in order to make a song work, there has to be like the emotional connection and a hook that gets the listener to identify the song. So that's why I'm focusing on writing a really good chorus that gives that emotional connection with the song. At this point, I'm a little bit concerned about what I'm going to do with the song. I feel that I have evolved as a musician, as a person, since the release of Isolation, where I wrote really intense guitar songs. I have to admit that I'm still a little bit scared what I'm going to come up with, but at the same time, I think it's so much more inspiring to start like taking a look at the instrument in a way that I'm just supposed to tell the story with what I play. I'd say I have really mixed feelings about writing my voice with this instrument in a way that I'm telling the story as a form of like a guitar solo piece. I've been listening a lot to Steve Vai's music lately and some of the modern guitar players. I think that gives a little bit more inspiration on like what type of style I want to use. But I think in a technical way, I think I'm still going to probably challenge myself in a way that I haven't done before. So it's going to be one kind of a workout song for me to see how I have evolved as a guitar player as well. So I'm also excited to see about that. The song idea that I currently have right now, I'm going to just show you some pieces of it. So here's a little bit of it. So everything started with having this really cool 7-string idea. I've been using a lot of 7 strings for this new release. It's mainly around like drop A or standard B tuning, but this one is in drop A tuning. And this chorus line was something that I just felt that I needed to use, that maybe a little bit more like delay and reverb type of stuff and octaver. So it was kind of like an experiment to have this chorus working. But also like have some kind of groove that gets the song going forward. So I think that's the way how I've been working on with this song. So it's just a simple chord progression that started to evolve in a really interesting way. And now I'm just feeling that it's going to be like a journey, like a guitar hero journey of the return, like what it takes to return somewhere or becoming something again, or maybe there has been changes around the returning part of the story. So what has changed around the environment where you're returning? And no, I think it's about that subject as well. Like time flows by even though you return to the same familiar place. I think that's what I'm mainly trying to capture with this song. It is a return to my roots in a multiple levels, the song itself. So with just the 7-string guitar and also the technical side of playing, I'm trying to use some of the like early influences of my music by using a lot of keyboards that I really enjoy hearing, and having this really interesting way of using guitars as well. So maybe my mirror gem is going to be seen or heard around the launch process of this release. I don't know yet. So this is going to be probably the title track. I'm not going to reveal what is going to be called. And of course I want to play this in a live situation someday. So even though I don't have a lot written for this song, it's going to be really interesting to play. So that's basically how I've been working on this song so far. So I've been having this concept and concerns around the song, and now I'm just taking the idea even further. So I think I still need to figure out what type of solo part I need to write. Am I going to use a verse, and am I going to go towards like the progressive way of writing the song? I'm going to experiment a little bit, but I'm already like excited to see where this goes. So yeah, that's all the progress that I've been working on. So I better keep up working on this new music, and hopefully see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.